Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anytime you get to watch it. Today, this video is kind of one of the hard ones to do because this is becoming something else. The reason why it's becoming something else is the whole world seems to have issues. When you come to the UK, they are battling with their own issues. You go to UAE, they are trying to restrict certain persons from coming. You go to America, they are doing deportation. You go to China, they are trying to put stringent measures in place. Everybody seems to have something that they are dealing with. In Ghana, what are we dealing with right now? Now, in the last couple of weeks, there's been a whole lot of things going on. Certain Ghanaian citizens trying to demonstrate they are not being given the green light to register their displeasure. And in the midst of that, what are we seeing? We are seeing the number of crimes going up. That is what we are seeing. It has become a concern. The reason why it has become a concern is this is not the regular Ghana that we have always known. The peaceful, the secured Ghana, the beautiful country that we've always seen and enjoyed isn't what we are experiencing right now. And since it's not what we're experiencing right now, the citizens are trying to register their displeasure. Now, what are we talking about? There has been unaliving going on in Ghana, and the numbers are becoming crazy. People are becoming scared to step out. We are here and you call your people back home to say, could you do this for me? After 6, I can't go out. Now, some people will be pointing fingers. Have they got the right to point fingers? Yes, they do. You are in a country where you're safe, all right? You can literally, there are places that you can even leave your house and come back in without your door being locked and nobody goes in there, all right? You live in such a country that you go out and come back in at any time that you want to do and there is no problem. You live in a country where if your family member goes out and you don't even hear from him, you don't panic because you know by the following day you would have heard from them. And all of these things turning upside down now. That if your relative, your family member goes out and you don't hear from them that night, that same day, you begin to be worried and then you are scared because you don't want to be called the following morning to say, we saw this person's body here, you saw that person's body there. Now, demonstration that went on the 26th, saying that you guys should live. It's not like you guys should just what we are trying to say is, in as much as the message is you should live, if you look into it, what we are saying is this: we don't like the way you are behaving here, so straighten up. If you straighten up, we don't have any reason to tell you to go. The painful aspects of this is this: there are some genuine persons of you lot that are in there doing genuine stuff. Let me roll on to this video that I watched of the Ghana Parliament, the minority chief whip. Some of the things that he was saying. Let's just watch it together and let's continue from there.
Today, our colleague related a sad matter: killings of innocent citizens. And Speaker, I say this with a heavy heart. We have been reading news of people getting missing, and the next day or two, their bodies are found. We've read a number of them. I can cite them, but it's a national security matter, and I need to be cautious and careful how I relate to this matter. So I want to come under Order 60 and pray you that we invite the Minister for Interior and National Security not to meet us at plenary. He should meet us at close sitting. Even yesterday, we had 2 killings again, the Ashanti region. Even today, it has happened again. Then we can have a close sitting for him to brief us. We may also have some good suggestions. We are representing various constituencies, and members of Parliament may be carrying unique and diverse information which could be made available to aid the works and operation of the minister. So I think this is a matter we can't, as a people representative, we can't gloss over. And I pray that, Speaker, you invite the Interior Minister to meet colleagues at close sittings.
Welcome back. So as the minority chief whip said, the people that are supposed to protect us, if they are sleeping on the job, then we need to do that which we need to do. Now, Mr. President, I'm sorry, please permit me to address you. With all due respect, you did win the election with overwhelming numbers. That is to say that the people have a lot of trust in you. That is the reason why they voted that massively for you. Since you came into power, sir, before you came into power, we were not having these issues. Before you came in, we were not having these issues. We trusted that you will uphold the security and the prosperity of the nation. Now things are not really going well. The people are scared. The people are not happy. The people are living in fear. This is not the kind of way that you want to govern a nation. I know that for a fact. I know you have the country at heart. And I know that the whole thing that is happening, you are not very happy with it. Sometimes we expect you to speak on things. Sometimes we need to hear from you as a father of the nation. Sometimes we need to hear from you as the first gentleman of the land. When you turn a blind eye and you don't say anything and you go quiet, there's only one thing that you're trying to communicate to us. That is to say you don't care. I don't want to believe that. Now, for the Inspector General of Police, before your assumption into office, before you came into office, Ghana was safe. Ghana was good. We were secured. We were literally living our lives the way we ought to. Under the IGP Dampare, irrespective of what people will be saying or what the narrative that they'll be coming up with, we were not experiencing these things. I don't know who is pulling which string, but whoever is doing what, as long as you have taken the mandate to say you will protect. We recently heard you saying that crime has gone down. Crime, sir, is gone up. I don't know which way you are doing your tabulation, but sir, the crimes has gone up. As we heard the minority chief whip say, the unaliving is becoming too much. As a matter of fact, it has become alarming. So, Mr. President, please, we have hope in you. We knew or we thought you could do it. We thought you could do it and we gave you the mandate. So please do something. IGP, you need to set up if in case you're sleeping. Minister of Interior, as the minority chief whip said once again, you need to explain to us and we expect to hear from you. This is the issue here. You cannot just say that, oh, we are working underground, so we are not going to say anything. You need to say something. You need to say something. Speak to us. Address us. We employed you. Because if it's not safe for us to go out there to go and hustle and pay our taxes, how do we get the country going? We don't want a situation where we're just going to be taking matters into our own hands by means of coming up with instant justice. So the authorities must sit up. So whichever national is doing what, Mr. IGP, Minister of Interior, Your Excellency, the President of the land, John Dramani Mahama, please, what needs to be done needs to be done. What we have to do, we have to do. We cannot go through life like this. We that are not in the country have our investment there. Some of us have built houses. Some of us have businesses that are running. We want to come home at a point in peace to enjoy that which we have toiled for. You cannot allow these things, or we cannot sit down and say nothing. It's rather unfortunate that I'm making such a video, as I don't know how far it's going to go and who's going to stumble upon, to the extent that it might hurt the brand Ghana. By the end of the day, if the brand Ghana isn't really living up to its brand as a peaceful and secured, safe environment for us to come into, then we are only left with blowing this trumpet. And if the trumpet could go as far as possible for certain persons to sit up and do that which they are paid to do, because we have provided you guys with as much incentives as possible whilst we struggle. We gave you those things at the detriment of us. You can't take them and do nothing. That is not why we gave them to you. We want to be secured. We want to feel safe. We want to go out to work. We want to go out and meet our families. We don't want to go out with our families feeling some kind of way because they are scared. They live in fear. I can't go out because I'm scared I might be kidnapped. I don't know what it is that people are doing and who it is that is behind this, but whoever it is that is behind this have got to be brought to book. Now, let me say this. Once upon a time, when it became necessary for United Kingdom to be part of the EU, which we don't even know whether they are part or they are out, right? When they were adopting the euro, UK said, no, we will hold on to our pound sterling. Another example, when there were influx of certain nationals into UK, they said, no, we believe in human rights. We work within the human rights intricacies, but then we will strengthen and come up with certain laws, rules and regulations so that the people that may be recalcitrant will get caught by the law. So they did things. America started looking at things like, we have so many illegal immigrants out here. We need to do what we need to do. So Ghana and our leaders, Parliament, you are there to make laws. Or if we have to bring in laws to stop certain people from coming in, or we have to make laws that if you are caught and found guilty of unaliving someone, you will be unalive as well. If you get caught kidnapping someone, you get thrown into jail the rest of your life without pardon, without parole. It's a sovereign nation, and I do believe that we have the right to exercise certain things in our interest. But up until then, for instance, we heard 50 people are arrested. They are Nigerian nationals. They've been repatriated. What is the guarantee that they are not coming back? What is the guarantee that they are not coming back? If you just arrest them and just get rid of them like that, they're going to come back. And they're going to come back stronger to do more than they were doing, because now they have realized that after all, what can be done, I'll be sent back home. What's a big deal? So our lawmakers and our law enforcement officers are got to sit up. And the nationals as well, the citizens, we have work to do. We need to be reporting abnormalities that we see in our areas. This is not right. We all have a part to play. We all need to put our hands to the plow. We all need to help push our country to the place where we want it to be. We all need to do what we need to do to make our country secured. By the end of the day, I'm sitting out here ranting, Jojo here, what do I know? Still, this is my take.